Ready to go live? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. You all come in and hit that like and hit the share button. Give me a sound check. Let me know how the sound is. And I hope that this live stream find you in good spirits. And matter of fact, what about great spirits? Hope you're having a terrific Saturday, right? For some people, they're celebrating the Sabbath. So I hope that your Sabbath is going well. So the point of my live stream, let me fix this mic. You all again, let me know if the sound is good. Is I just was on a leadership Zoom, right? I was just on a leadership Zoom and very intimate Zoom meeting, and a lot of conversations was coming up about helping people financially, right? Helping people financially. I'm not sure if you all know, but we are entering into the greatest financial reset. And when I mean reset, I mean by the restructuring of our currency system, right? Changing from physical to digital, and gold and physical gold and silver is going to be used in that restructuring and resetting. As you all come in, I'm gonna give you a digital, give you some digital love, and give you a digital hello. I'm gonna highlight your name. Hello, Miss Howard. And I think Fino, if I pronounced that correctly. Everyone else that comes in after, do the same. Come in, whether you are watching this live on the replay, say hello, or drop your city and state, or do all of the above, right? You can do all of the above. I'll highlight your name, show you some digital love. Make sure also that you hit that thumbs up, whether you're watching this on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, right? And share this video on your personal page. Let's do those. Do now, right? Make sure you hit the thumbs up, whether you're on YouTube, Facebook. If you're on Twitter, pump that heart. Show some digital love on Twitter. And let's share this information. And so we're on this private, intimate Zoom with about 10 leaders in our financial coaching company that we have. We have about 10 leaders on the Zoom. And I'm really in listen mode because I was preparing to have my mattress delivered. If you all watched my live stream on yesterday, I went in and purchased a Tempur-Pedic. um, it was over $3,000 for that mattress. Now, some of you all may sleep on a mattress that costs more than $3,000, right? But I started investing in my sleep, right? I started investing in my rest. And so most people probably have never slept on a $3,000 mattress, right? Or never invested that much in a mattress that costs $3,000. Unfortunately, the most investment that people make when they're sleeping is in a casket, right? A casket would cost you thousands and thousands of dollars. Unfortunately, that's lifelong sleep, right? So I said before I invest thousands in a casket, if I decide not to get cremated, right, I'm going to invest thousands in my sleep. And so I was getting that mattress delivered. Also, the story behind it, for 3 years, I was on Trazodone. I was on Trazodone sleep medication after my divorce in 2018. My divorce was not a friendly divorce. In fact, I had to sue for a divorce. It was not a friendly divorce, and it was very traumatic for me at that time. I was very traumatized behind it. And so, as a result, I had to be on Trazodone sleep medication for 3 years. So, I invest at the highest level that I can and the best comfort when it comes to my sleep. I do, because it is a bad feeling, right? I think, ranking up with a toothache, pain, and not being able to sleep, they it's both of those are the worst experiences I had in my life as far as the physical experience. Not being able to sleep at night when you want to sleep, days at a time when you can't sleep. And then I didn't want to be on medication to sleep. But I thank God it was not a doctor that released me from that medicine, the trazodone. It was not. I exercised tremendously. That didn't help me sleep. It was a mental thing. And one day, all of a sudden, the infinite God, infinite power just delivered me, right? I didn't have to go to church. I didn't have to have anyone to lay hands on me or anything. Just my meditation and earthing and sun gazing and developing my spiritual relationship with God released me from that. Just me and God one on one. Um, and so that's the story behind it. So I got another upgrade in my mattress today, and I'm on the Zoom and listen mode because I don't know at what point, at what time that the delivery will come, right? And so with that being said, um, a lot of the leaders are just talking and have conversation about the financial mindset of a lot of the people that they encounter. And I'm listening, right? I'm in listen mode. And one of the top leaders said, well, the mindset that I'm encountering right now is people want instant gratification, right? They want money instantaneously. They don't want to wait. They don't want to wait out the process. Um, People, this is what I've learned. It is easier to make a lot of money in a little amount of time. It really is. Than it is to make a little money in a long amount of time. And I know there are some cliches, there are some sayings, and people even post them on social media that getting wealthy and rich is a long-term plan. It does not have to be. It really does not. And then your definition of long-term it varies for each person, right? For me, I had a goal. I studied the length of years that it takes most people to become millionaires, right? And because I studied the economy, right? Because I studied the economy, now that varies from person to person and family to family, because you can be born into a rich family, right? So as soon as you're born, you can become a millionaire, right? Um, as soon as you're born, you can become a millionaire. But on average, if you're not born into a rich and wealthy family, a lot of people, right? It typically takes 27 years to become a millionaire. This is a study that was, again, conducted by the Ramsey Solutions. You all may know him as Dave Ramsey. Now, some people say, you want to be a millionaire, how long would it take? Some people say that could be 15 years. Dave Ramsey says 27, right? But let's go with the shorter time frame. Let's say it's 15 years, right? Let's just assume that it's 15 years that it takes on average to become a millionaire. Well, I cut that millionaire time frame in half. I cut it in half. And so as we're on this Zoom and they are giving their, I guess, experiences and sharing their experiences with the different people that they are helping and coaching financially, right? And they said, people want a get rich quick um, plan. Well, I do think you can get rich quicker. I do, especially now in 2023, especially with technology, especially with this free information that you can get on YouTube, you can get on Facebook, right? I do think that it takes quicker because, listen, if you save $50 a month, it would take you almost 77 years to become a millionaire if you're saving approximately $50 a month, right? If you put in away 400, let's say $415 starting in your 20s, right? And or $651 starting in your 30s, or $1,300 if you start in your 40s, on a 6% return of an investment, 6%, you may hit that milestone at age 67. That's at a 6% return, right? So you all can Google things like millionaire calculators, right? So $415 a month if you're in your 20s, $651 a month if you're in your 30s, $1,300 if you're in your 40s. That's at 6% return on investment. So I asked myself, I said, you know what? I want to be a millionaire before age 65. I want to be a millionaire before the age of 60. I actually want to retire from my job, right? Before the age of 60. In fact, my job, and yes, I still have a job. I work in the public school system. And this is why you see in the title, How to Become a Millionaire Quicker from Low Income. Even if you experience a divorce, even if you're a single mother, and even if you are in a high poverty state, which I am, like Mississippi. This is why I take no excuses, right? I take no excuses. And I very seldom take explanations, right? Again, I coach financial skills, but I also, coach young girls in basketball. And I tell them all the time, right? Um, I tell them all the time that I will take an explanation, but I don't take excuse. Somebody named Uncle Bobo says the country women know what value is, not clothes and BS. First of all, I don't mind having. I have, Louis Vuitton. I have Versace. I have a Rolex watch. I don't mind having nice clothes, and I don't consider myself a country woman because I'm from Mississippi, right? I met country people from up north. In fact, I was on a flight to Utah, and I met some very country people, Northerners who were country. Someone with a name like Uncle Bobo, that sounds country to me, but let me stay focused. So, whatever your mindset is about Mississippi, whether you want to say you're redneck or country or poor white trash, if you never visited Mississippi, then I would highly suggest you keep those opinions to yourself. But one thing I do know is that the Emmett Till movie has just been released. And I heard about the Emmett Till. I read the books about Emmett Till. I saw the pictures of Emmett Till. But until I watched the movie that was just released, it just became real to me how badly some people from Mississippi were allowed to execute their prejudice and racism. And does that still happen in Mississippi? Yes. It happens outside of Mississippi as well with stereotypes. There are people in Tennessee that's country or whatever you deem to be country, right? When you say they know what value is, not clothes and BS, well, there are some rich and wealthy people in Mississippi, and they wear designer clothes. So I don't know what Uncle Bobo means by that, but let me stay focused. And so, with that being said, um, mindset. Mindset. So I started and I got in late. I started in 2018 studying cryptocurrency, particularly Bitcoin. And when I began to study the Bitcoin halving in 2018, Bitcoin was around $3,000. Now I got in late at $3,000, but I did get in. I took action in spite of people telling me that lived in Mississippi and outside of Mississippi. We got family members in Texas and Louisiana, Georgia, Illinois, all over the world. Oh, that's a scam. Bitcoin is a scam. Crypto is a scam. Had I listened to those people, I would not have built $1 million plus portfolio. Now, let me give you some history of reason why I don't take excuses from people, right? The reason why I know Mississippi is prejudice. I know the history of Mississippi. I know the poverty level of Mississippi, but you can meet people with that same mindset at any part, anywhere in the world. Not just Mississippi. I was ashamed to say I was from Mississippi, especially after watching the Emmett Till massacre and studying the lynchings that go on and the amount of prejudice. But not all people from Mississippi, right? Whether they're Black or Caucasian or whatever the race, not all people, and I'm not saying it does not still exist, but not all people from Mississippi act or think or love that way. So my point in putting Mississippi in the title is to say this. I don't care where you're from. You could be from a third world country. You can be from a prejudiced state. You can be from a poverty-stricken state. Mississippi at one point led the United States and obesity as well. From a health perspective, I'm not obese. Now, I can, lose a couple of pounds, but you don't have to be a product of your state where you're born or your environment. I don't care what part of the world you are in, if your mindset is together, if you can not listen to the naysayers. I know some people that have a six-figure income salary because I was doing credit repair and I looked at all types of credit profiles and financials that people had. And they had six figures, but they don't have as many assets as I did or I do. In fact, some of them had no assets. Some of them, even if they bought rental properties, they purchased top of the line, right? They don't purchase them at wholesale and at discounted price. Some of them don't know the various ways to structure a loan to get rental properties. Most do not have a financial education or financial literacy. And so what's my question, my point for hitting this live stream is, what's your excuse? What's your excuse? Yes, I went through a divorce, and at that time, my ex-husband was earning almost 100K a year. That's what, 5 years ago, 100K a year in Mississippi. That's pretty damn good. In fact, that's good anywhere, just from one spouse earning it. That didn't include what I was contributing. That's pretty okay. Even though now six figures, 150K in New York and California, 250K, people are still living paycheck to paycheck. What are my strategies? My strategies was not to not buy clothes or walk around and barefooted, right? I do earthing, but I don't walk around barefooted in country. Whatever you all want, whatever Uncle Bobo want to say country is. I don't know what you think. There are some people who take great pride in saying they're country. That's not an insult to them, but I don't know what your image is in Mississippi. That's not the point of my live stream. The point of this live stream is, what is your image for yourself? What are your goals? What will you allow to happen to you in life? Right? Some people major on minor things, and they minor on the major things. Will being a single mother or maybe a single father stop you from setting your family up financially to the best of your ability? If you had a 60K salary, and people, that's before taxes, that's not the after taxes, it's not my take home. Could you build a millionaire portfolio earning $60,000 annually? Could you come back after a tragic, devastating divorce? Could you be a millionaire in your lifetime? In your lifetime. Not at the age of 67 and getting 6% a year. No. Again, it is easier to make a lot of money in a little amount of time than it is to make a little money in a long amount of time. Well, how do you do that, Queen? Well, you get in gains that you can get in, like cryptocurrency. I've told people numerous amount of time, the stock market is boring to me. That's how you get rich slow. 6% a year, 8% a year. That's for people who want a more conservative side of life and investing. That's for people who may be 65 years old and they've already established millions and they're on their way to multiple millions, and they just want a comfortable way to grow their money. That's for those type of people. That's not who I'm talking to. I'm talking to some people who have either a poor working class income, which is what I consider 60K, or you a six-figure income earner and you are true middle class. I think middle class is six figures or higher. Anything below that, I believe, is poor working class. And again, I told you that's the salary for my job. So I'm not bashing it. I'm being straight up and honest. Because until you can be honest with yourself, you will never meet your financial goals. You will never surpass where you are financially. Again, we're on this private Zoom and they're saying things like money doesn't make you happy. People want instant money, they want quick success. And I said, well, maybe you all should start listening to what people are really saying, because what people are saying is not what they're saying. Like if I told you straight up, listen, I can't afford right now to wait 3 to 5 years to become a millionaire, which I would not understand, because you just cut your millionaire time in half when you're in crypto. But anyway, let's say some people are right now living paycheck to paycheck and they feel like they cannot afford it. And they're telling you, I need something more upfront right now. Again, I used to coach basketball. I believe in strategies and solutions. You know what I would tell that person? Okay, you need to learn trading. You need to learn trading in the foreign exchange market, in the forex market. You need to learn trading, whether it's cryptocurrencies, right? You need to learn trading. That's the quickest way. If you learn that skill set, that you can get your money faster, and then you can put that money into a 3 to 5 year plan. And within 3 to 5 years, it's very possible with those two strategies combined together to become a multimillionaire. See, I don't tell people that tell me things that, I'm looking at their financial setup, and I'm not telling them that a cash value life insurance is best for you. No, because I know through a cash value life insurance, the people that were able to take their loans out against the value of the policy in a matter of 30 days or 3 or 6 months or even maybe 12 months up to a year, they had to pump thousands into that policy in order to now borrow against it. So if you don't have thousands, 5 figures, 6 figures to put in a cash value life insurance or a whole life insurance, if you're going to borrow against the policy just to pay your bills that you're behind on, then a cash value life insurance or a PRA account, in my opinion, is not for you. And this is why we have a 90-day mental day challenge, the blueprint, that put people in the rooms with millionaires and multimillionaires so they can learn the strategy process of what made them millionaires. And then you can use some of the higher ticket strategies to now borrow against your money. But for most middle class people, starting out with a cash value life insurance policy or PRA is not the strategy that best fits you, because you don't have thousands again to pump into that policy that you can borrow against it. If you're borrowing against a policy to pay off credit card bills, to just pay your bills, period, or to purchase a vehicle, then that's not a wealth building strategy. You borrow against a policy to get more assets that produce income producing assets. So this is what I did. I started learning about Bitcoin in 2018, even when my family members told me it was a scam. I read the white paper. I saw the numbers over the years. I saw how it fluctuates. And I understood that it's going to fluctuate. It's going to be some ups and downs in the markets. It's going to be up thousands 1 month or 1 week or 1 day. And it could be down thousands within the next 3, 6, 9 months. I understood that. But I also understood if I want to become a millionaire, first of all, you have to have some type of financial goal. You got to be able to quit telling yourself the BS that money doesn't buy us happiness. BS, when I mean by BS, I mean your belief system. If you don't think money can make you happy, it will not stay with you. Money is a woman. If you tell a woman, look, you don't make me happy, that woman is going to leave. I just like you around, but you don't make me happy. That woman will leave you, and money is the spirit of a woman. Money may not sustain your happiness, but it will make you happy. The experience that you can do with money. See, when my daughter and I travel internationally, that has to be fueled and funded by money. That makes me happy. When I'm able to pay my light, water, gas bill, cell phone bills as a single mother and a divorcee, that makes me happy that my daughter doesn't have to come home and flip the light switch and the lights doesn't come on, or turn on the knob for water to take a warm hot bath and no water comes. That makes me happy. When I'm able to purchase a $3,000 mattress after 3 years of being on Trazodone because of sleep issues, and not have to purchase a $5 or $6 or $10,000 casket to permanently sleep in, that makes me happy. When my portfolio in cryptocurrencies through trading is working for me, even while I'm sleeping 24/7, I can go to my job and smile and hug because now I can have a vision for my job, because I'm not going to my job for the money. I'm going for the vision. I'm going for the calling. That makes me happy. When I'm able to free people financially, when I'm able to help people create memories with money that I'm creating with my daughter and my family, that makes me happy when I see someone that was struggling financially. Because when you struggle financially, you struggle emotionally as well and mentally. When I help people be a part of something that's bigger than themselves and help them not only with personal development, because personal development and spiritual development, people, are two different things. And you know what? A lot of people go to church and become dissatisfied because they want the church to take care of their personal development and not their spiritual development. See, the Bible states, "Beloved, I wish above all things that you prosper and be in health, even as your soul prosper." Did not say your spirit. Did not say your spirit. It said your soul. What is your soul? Your mind, your will, and your emotions. That's your personal development. That's not your spiritual side. Most people don't know the difference between personal development and spiritual development. They don't know how to have their mind to prosper, have to have a millionaire mindset before you even have the $1,000,000 that manifests physically, but you have that mindset. Some people do not have a desire to be rich. I made this post yesterday on Facebook. The same energy that it takes to pray and ask God for a better job, a higher paying job, a promotion on your current job, is the same energy and prayer request that you can make to God and ask to be rich. Jabez said it this way: "Oh Lord, if you would bless me indeed." Indeed. Like, I want you to bless me indefinitely. I want to be indeed blessed. See, indeed type of blessing is not just a regular type of blessing. Jabez said, "I want you to bless me indeed." Then he went on to say, "And enlarge my territory." That sounds like enhancement to me, right? I want to be indeed blessed, right? I want this to be, in fact, I want this to be true. Abraham, or Abraham, the Bible says, was very rich. And so people won't put their own twist to it and say, "Oh, that just means spiritually rich." No, 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 no. Say, it went on to tell you what type of riches it was. Said very rich in livestock, in gold, and silver, and in land. That means Abraham was very rich in assets. Lydia in the Bible, a single woman who was very rich. She was the seller of purple linen, fine clothes. So Uncle Bobo says, Country women they don't want clothes. Well, some rich women in the Bible, the Proverbs 31st woman, she got her clothes from afar. She wore fine linen. I don't mind doing the same. So it starts with your mindset. I like to smell good and I like to look good. I'm okay with wearing a t-shirt. I am. But that doesn't mean I don't have designer clothes and fragrances. In fact, I just went and spent $500 on Bond Number 9 perfume because I love the way it smells. I love to smell good because I am a hugger. I don't want to be hugging people and I got bad breath or a bad body odor, right? I love to hug people. I love to embrace. I love to smile. I'm gonna spend $500 on me some nice smelling perfume because I love the way it smells. I wear Versace shades when I want to. This country woman, Uncle Bobo, whatever you want to call me, right? But that's not the point. The point is the money can afford you to buy the things that you want that makes you feel good, look good, and most of all, of value, be good. It helps you serve a bigger purpose in your life. It helps you to service and be ministry to other people. And if you don't have that mindset to travel internationally, to go outside of your comfort zone. See, most people don't break through even to $1 million. Some people never even make six figures because they are okay with being comfortable. They don't want to break past their comfort zone. They love making excuses over executing. They want to have excuses in life. They want to be victims in life. They don't think outside the box. They don't dream outside the box. I've had all the barriers, all the cards stacked up against me as to why I probably should not have become a millionaire in record time. I'm divorced. I'm a single mother. I'm from Mississippi, where most people, they have a very negative outlook on Mississippi. And after watching the Emmett Till movie, I don't blame them. They have a negative outlook on third world countries. They have a negative outlook on other poverty-stricken areas. They have a negative outlook on Chicago, right? They have a negative outlook of Compton in California. Just a negative outlook. Never visited those places, but just have a negative outlook based off of what the media or other, news channels express them. My question to you is, what are your goals? So when I, hit the millionaire status, I said, okay, I want to be a multimillionaire. So what do I need to be in right now on a low income, poor working class income of 60K that will make me a multimillionaire? And the only answer to that is cryptocurrency, right? Cryptocurrency. And I teach people cryptocurrencies that have real world commodities backing them, because the Bible is a book on prosperity. The only thing that the Bible talks about that makes you wealthy is whatever the infinite God created: oil, natural gas, aluminum, copper, platinum, palladium, gold, silver, water, land. That's why real estate is called real estate, because it's real. God's money, right? I got this Muhammad Ali silver coin. Fine arts. Why is fine arts considered wealth? Because it is the number one commodity created by the number one commodity, which is us, your intellectual property. People that make fine arts. I have this $1 real dollar that's a silver certificate, because most people don't even know that when money was first printed, It had gold and silver certificate written on them because it was redeemable for the real money. Your money says fiat, it says Federal Reserve note. Most people don't even know that when this currency system happened, gold and silver is going to be used to reset the currency system. Most people don't even know in 1933, the government made it illegal for American citizens to own real money. And they confiscated the rich and wealthy gold. You either had 10 years in prison and or a $10,000 fine if you were caught with the real money. It was not until the 70s that people were able to purchase gold again. And most people still don't know what real money is. They worked all their life and they never held real money in their hands. Silver. So now when I learned about cryptocurrencies that are backed by crude oil, aluminum, gold, silver, water, beverage industry, real world assets, things that we use and dispose on. This shirt is made of 100% cotton. We were just talking about the price of eggs a couple of months ago. That's commodities. When you eat bread and groceries, those are commodities. So why would you not have cryptocurrencies that are not just a rug pull that you're taking a chance and gambling with? These meme coins that, you got to, these ICOs and initial coin offers. I don't play games like that. If I want to play like that in the crypto world, I could just go to the casino and gamble. I don't gamble like that. I put my money. Bitcoin is the only, and Ethereum are the only two cryptos outside of the ones that I teach you all about that are already deemed a commodity. A commodity, I can take this gold coin and travel anywhere in the world and exchange it for another commodity, which can be food or clothing, anywhere in the world. Bitcoin, you are able to use anywhere in the world as a currency system. So if you have any other crypto other than Bitcoin, right, you don't understand this crypto market. So if you're going to get gains from any other crypto and you were lucky enough to get in some type of ICO and it just so happened to pump for you, like me, I don't roll the dice, but some people do. At least take some of your gains and put it into a real commodity crypto. My next crypto to tell you to get in right now is cryptocurrencies backed by real world commodities. And I don't think I can pull it up on my screen because I don't have my phone in front of me. It's going to ask for my two-factor code, and I don't have that phone in front of me, but I can just show you some of them because we are in a commodities war. BRICS nation, right? Russia, India, China, South Africa, Saudi Arabia. We are in a commodities war. And so why not get old money combined and collaborated with new money? It's just like in the Bible where you have the Old and New Testament. And when you can get in at a very low price point, this is when you have the more future up and gains possibility. Now, I'm going to show you this real quick. These are cryptocurrencies right now. Like black gold, this is Texas tea, this is crude oil. Crude oil is not going to ever go away. In fact, we use crude oil to make fertilizer. We use fertilizer to make food. It's up 2.53%. This is the digital link gold. It's a difference between digital link gold and cryptos backed by gold. When you have link gold, that means it's linked to retrieving the physical gold. Up 15% today. Natural gas, right? Where there is black gold, there is gas. It's up 3.3%, 3.37%. Natural gas ties into also a form of petroleum gas. You have grow. This is high yielding agriculture. It is backed by weed, hemp, soybeans, cocoa beans, mangroves. Mangroves help remove the carbon dioxide from the environment. It also helps in tropical places like Florida that has bad weather to combat that bad weather. Mangroves, right? High yielding agriculture where you have plant-based medicine. This is grow. XPLR, and no, I did not say XRP. XPLR is up 15% today, people. This is the satellite technology that finds all of these commodities. It has space leased out in space. It finds these commodities in the earth realm in a very eco-friendly way because everyone that drills for oil do not find it. So they have this satellite technology that scans, works with Google Earth and find these commodities in the earth. Aluminum, there's a global shortage on aluminum, silver, and copper. I've been telling people that for at least 2 years. Aluminum, silver, and copper. Things that we consume on a daily basis. You want things that are commodities that have been wealth for the test of time. And so now people were talking about the magic of money and compound growth. Compounding growth. Getting in when these are pennies on the dollars at 0.00457 of a penny. Then you have beverage. Beverage is like tea, energy drinks, water, carbonated beer, wines and spirit, red wine, champagne, coffee, all in one. This is the beverage industry, a $1 trillion industry. You have blocks, which is commercial real estate, commercial. So people, if you can learn how to get rich in the metaverse, you will become rich in the universe. Drip is a water only product, right? Beverages, a lot of beverages combined. Drip is providing clean water to third world countries. And then again, you have that gold that's linked, that's up 15%. Now, what it is you will purchase the software to mine these cryptos. So you're getting hundreds of thousands of cryptos added to your portfolio 365 days a week, 24/7. And so when the capital gain value increases, the future value of these crypto and capital gains, you've been accumulating hundreds and thousands of these tokens every day by purchasing the digital software. Like Black Gold, the one I just showed you, within 10 months' time, it made over 100 millionaires. Created in November of 2021, by June of 2022, when crude oil hit its all-time high of over $100, you had 100 people that were millionaires in 10 months' time. So don't tell me you have to get rich slow. You just have to get the right opportunity and position yourself and take action. See, you don't have to be great to get started, right? You don't have to be great to get started. But if you want to be great, you have to get started. If you want to be great, you have to get started. You don't have to be great to get started, but if you want to be great, you have to get started. And you have to have a financial education, and you have to understand how commodities, even since biblical time, even though our currency system is changing, having cryptocurrencies that are linked to commodities is where the wealth transfer is. And you cannot let people that do not have that knowledge, that information, talk you out of it. You have to have goals in your life. If you don't want to be a millionaire, that's fine, but at least you should want to level up financially. At least you should want to know what it feels like to make passive income, to make money in your sleep, and residual income, to make money in a collaboration with other people. It was J. Paul Getty, right? J. Paul Getty, and then later John D. Rockefeller made this the greatest wealth pioneers of all time. John Paul Getty, in fact, he was the first billionaire, right? And he said, I'd rather earn 1% of 100 people efforts, right? And guess what? J. Paul Getty was what? Guess what his industry was? It was petroleum, oil, the Getty family, John D. Rockefeller, right? J.P. Morgan. J.P. Morgan's in the banking industry. You know, Rockefeller. Henry Ford was in the transportation industry. They were always ahead of the technology movement. They saw how times were changing and they put themselves in the pathway of growth of technology. You know, it's so many people told Henry Ford, well, why do you want to, create a vehicle? A horse and buggy is fine. But see, you have to be ahead of where technology and changes in the world economically are headed. Go back and study. And now you have an opportunity to do both, to be in both. You have an opportunity to be in blockchain technology and a commodities market where most people are going to get priced out of this. Bitcoin, Ethereum, these commodities, these cryptos I just showed you all. And if you want to get in, text CC to 331-444-5556. I give you more information. But you have to see where this economy is headed. You have to know about BRICS Nation, because it's not a matter of if this economic system is changing. The question is just when. As we had Fed Now that's going to launch in July. Right? J. Paul Getty, I'd rather have 1% of the effort of 100 men than 100% of my own. People that's understanding residual income. Earned income only going to take you so far in life because time is valuable. There are so many people that's trading a whole lot of time for a little bit of money. They're trading in a whole lot of their time, and you can never get your time back. You are God's most precious commodity made. Right? You'll never get your time back. That's just how the world works. They provided goods in abundance. What do you think happens every time the United States debt ceiling increase to the US dollar is able to purchase less and less? If you want to be in the 1%, then study what the 1% do. So instead of complaining about what they did, get the blueprint and do what they did. In other words, if you can't beat them, join them. Again, I don't take excuses. And if you know what they're doing, my question to you, why aren't you doing it? They gave a challenging system, then you join the system. You can't beat the system. Either you're going to go down complaining about the system, or you're going to rise up and get in the system, because you can't beat it. Either you're going to complain about gas being $3 or $4, $5 a gallon, or you're going to put your cash into natural gas that's linked to cryptos, and you're going to give your money more purchasing power and allow it to grow with inflation. Because every time the government debt ceiling rises, every time they give out more cash to the economic system, it's going to lose its purchasing power. Cash is the lowest yielding asset that there is. So you have to put your cash in opportunities and technologies and assets that outperform inflation. Complaining does not beat inflation at all. I promise you, at all. If you're going to complain about the system, then learn how to be on top of the system and not the bottom. And that's why only 1% reached it. Again, if I would have sat back and complained after I got divorced and complained about my ex-husband and the marriage didn't work and he was earning 5 figures, and complained about that teachers are overworked and underpaid, complain that they should pay teachers more than 60K in Mississippi in the public school system. And people, that's after 18 years of teaching experience. That's not what my starting salary was. I think it was like 30,000 when I first started teaching. They're not going to change the teaching salary. So why would I sit around and complain about it? I don't waste my time and energy on things I cannot control. Listen, I was listening to this live stream, and this multimillionaire talked about how he spent or invested over $400,000 in his personal development. And if I ask half of the people that complain, how much have you invested in your personal development? How much have you invested in your mindset? And do you know what his philosophy behind it was, his theory? He said, I watch sports teams. I watch great athletes perform on a higher level, both mentally and physically. And he said, they just don't have one coach. He said, if you watch a professional NBA game, you may see 16 coaches sitting on the sideline. LeBron James, for example, he may have a mindset coach. Michael Jordan had a mindset coach, and Kobe Bryant, right? He may have a health coach, a nutritional coach. He may have a training coach to keep up with his fitness, to train him outside of basketball practice. He may have a free throw shooting coach, a three-point shooting coach, a skill development coach. But yet, you have people that don't want to invest in their personal development. They don't want to invest in mentors. They don't want to make money collaboration. They want to sit around and complain. And speaking of that, what's your paradigm? How healthy is your mindset? I posted this on my Facebook page today. It said, why did the prisoner choose the bread instead of the key? And I had a lot of intriguing comments of perspective. Some people said he wasn't in prison. He wasn't even in the prison. He was on the outside. He wasn't on the inside because this is the inside. But, you know, the meme said specifically the prisoner. So I'm going with what the meme said. The meme said he was a prisoner. So I'm going to say he was a prisoner. Because they can be on the other side, right, of the gate. Some people said, well, you know, maybe he wanted to get the bread to have the energy to feed others that could unlock the gate for him. Now, I'm going to be honest with you all. That made no sense to me. That did not make sense to me. The same energy that it took to reach and get that bread is the same energy that the prisoner could have reached and got the key to unlock himself and have unlimited bread. That's just my philosophy, right? So yeah, I agree with that. Prisons do not have door handles on the other side where the prisoner in. Now, you know, that could have took the picture where he was, I don't know, passing by and, you know. But at any rate, the man looked like a prisoner. It didn't look like, you know, he was well-to-do. And I made this statement. The same energy that it takes for you to ask God to give you a better paying job, to switch job, you can use that same energy to get rich, to ask God, Lord, show me the blueprint, show me the people, the strategies, show me the people I need to collaborate with to get richer. Even if that means improving my job or changing jobs. The same prayer that it takes to ask God to give you a better job, you can ask God to give you a rich plan and a wealthy plan. But how many people pray that prayer? They don't. It's the mindset. The same energy it took for him to reach for the bread, he could have reached for the key. The same amount of energy. This is my philosophical viewpoint on this. The prisoner knew that if he reached for the key, he would be responsible for his own freedom and his own feeding. Some people are temporary thinkers. They are comfortable in their place, even if it means they only get fed a little bit of bread every day, a little bit amount of time. They will stay in prison, not only in their mind, but in their homes, in their apartments, in their world, in their life, in their bank account, in their income level, because it is comfortable. Most people do not change until life circumstances forces them to, until they get uncomfortable. He knew that reaching for this key gives him freedom and his own responsibility. That no one's going to drop a loaf of bread outside the prison gates every day for him, like that bread is provided. And this prisoner would rather focus on their temporary, right, situation, focus on my temporary hungerness, than to put in a plan to have lifetime freedom and accountability. That's right. Getting the bread comes with no responsibility and very little effort. But freedom has many responsibilities. Listen, do you think that being successful is not going to come without your tests? But tests are going to come anyway, whether you're rich or poor. You're going to get challenged in life, whether you're rich or poor. So at least handle your challenges from a rich perspective where you can afford to fight them, where you can afford to feed your family, where you can afford to travel the world, where you can afford time freedom. Having more money in a quicker amount of time buys you your time back, people. The one thing that we don't have control over ever in life is our time. But you can buy your time back. Do you know it's some people that at the age of 65, they don't even know what they want their income level to be at the age of 65. They don't know. They don't know how they want to live their life. Some people can't even retire from their job before the age of 65. Some people will work the 40 plan. They will work 40 years, 40 plus hours a week. Because some people have more than one job, and some people work overtime in one job, only to live out 40% of their income. See, pension and retirement money doesn't even pay you the same amount of money that you was getting when you were working. So if you were working and getting the least amount of money and struggling financially, how much more better is your plan going to be when you retire with 40% less of the income coming in? See, the Bible says a good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children. It teaches you that you're not only supposed to think about your current children, but the next generation. That's how aggressively you should be thinking about your financial plan. So what's your excuse? What's your reason? Mississippi, divorcee, single mother, low income, and I still built a millionaire portfolio. Why? Because I wanted it, and I asked God to show me the blueprint, and I took action. I took action. What is stopping most people from taking action? Because they're just like that prisoner. They reach for the bread instead of the key. God gave me the key. I took it. I unlocked and I took action. Most people know that if I only ask for the minimum, if I only, like the poor man Lazarus that was outside the gate, he never asked God for the key to get inside the gate so I can have access to the rich man. No, he was a beggar. Lazarus was a beggar in the Bible. He only asked for the crumbs that fell from the rich man's table. Life does not give you what you want. In fact, God doesn't even give you what you ask for. God gives you what you can manage. Life gives you people what you deserve. Everybody talk about how wrong the rich man was. He wouldn't feed poor Lazarus. But I'm looking at Lazarus' mentality. You are right outside of the gate with someone that's rich and has food, and all you want is the crumbs? No, God, show me. I need to get close connection to this rich man. I want more than crumbs. I want some steak and some wine. I want to eat from his table, not the crumbs that fall from the table. How do I get access? And right now, people, there's a personal development program I just invested in. I'm encouraging you all to invest in it too. Because again, most people do not differ the personal development from the spiritual development. You never pour anything into your mind. And when you don't pour anything into your mindset, you don't have anything to pour out to other people. You're not a help to yourself, and you're not a service or ministry to others. I coach basketball. I used to ask my girls all the time. I said, you going to be champions or you going to be chimps? Which one you want to be? You want to be average or you want to be above average? You want to be great or you want to be good? You want to win some games or you want to win some championships? They want to win championships. You got to put in the work. Right? You can't ask for above average things with average actions. You can't say you want to be a multimillionaire and you let a divorce stop you. You can't say you want to be a multimillionaire and you let being from a geographical location like Mississippi that you had no control over where you were born stop you. I could have let people talking about my Southern accent stop me. But why do I care? You know, and the thing about it, they would listen to Dave Ramsey and his Southern accent all day. And Dave Ramsey will keep you poor. You want to focus on my Southern accent or you want to look at my millionaire portfolio? Which one you want to focus on? A person's accent doesn't make them rich or poor. It's the decisions. Erase excuses, expect excellence. Most people do not become great because they don't take the very first step at all. There's nothing in life free. Even for knowledge and information, you have to pay attention. You have to pay attention. Some of you all can't tap into an hour live stream. You can't pay attention. Oh, this live stream too long. I'm gonna listen to something else. Can't pay attention for an hour. I'm saying this and I'm logging off. I have this lady named Miss Diggs. She's such an inspiration to me. Miss Diggs, I'm gonna send her this video, gave her a shout out. She's such an inspiration for me. She got started into these cryptos and she said, you know, Queen, she said, I'm a little aged. I'm not your age. I don't understand this technology. I said, oh, Miss Diggs, you're not aged. You're seasoned, right? She's downloading the app on her phone. She's doing it. You know why she's an inspiration to me? Because Miss Diggs have both of her children. They're in their 20s. They're, young, right? In these cryptocurrencies. I said, Miss Diggs, my daughter is 23. She's going on 24. She's not really interested. She knows I'm a millionaire now, but that's inspiration to me. You know how many parents can't get their kids to listen to them when it comes to finances and investing? How many parents don't even teach their kids, or how many parents don't even take time to get the knowledge to pass on to their kids? Those things keep me pushing. And it wasn't just becoming a millionaire, seeing the seven figures that was my ultimate drive or reason. No, it was the person that I had to become the millionaire. It's pushing through divorce. It's being okay going to my job and telling people, yeah, I'm a millionaire, but still treating what you will, if you want to be great, then learn how to treat the smaller people, if you want to call them small, right? Still treating them right. Not going on a job saying, man, I don't need this job anyway. Shh. I don't need this job anyway. I can get on my resume. I can do this. I did it. I'm a millionaire. I don't know. No. Learn how to be the person I have to become. When stuff come up, reoccur in my past, right? Learn how to say, you know what, you got to rise above that. You got to have a higher mentality. You're not on that level anymore. One thing that I love about eagles, right? There's only two animals that God compared himself with in the Bible. And there was the eagle and the lion. The eagle never eats dead things. It always eat fresh prey. Whereas chickens eat dead things. They even eat their own feces. You want to be an eagle or a chicken? Eagle eats live things. In fact, they can see it from miles and miles away. Their prey that they're looking to eat and devour. In fact, if we were standing 10-story on a building, it's equivalent to seeing an ant 10. If you're standing 10 stories high, seeing an ant crawling on the ground. That's just how eagle's keen vision is. Eagles have keen vision. They are laser focused. A chicken will eat dead things on the ground. Chicken keeps its head down. An eagle elevates and flies high. You keep letting dead stuff reoccur in your life. Not looking for the future. Reaching for the bread instead of the key. Reaching for the smile. Just reaching for, the bare minimum. Not ever going the extra mile in any area of your life. Not ever sacrificing good so you can become great. See, I sound like Coach Deloach today. This is what I used to give my basketball players. So you want to be great, you got to sacrifice good. Some people don't want to make any sacrifices to live financially free. Not any. Not any sacrifices. Some people don't even think about anyone but themselves. See, become a millionaire, multimillionaire, you have to think about elevating others and not just yourself. You have to think about collaboration. And if you're not a person who wants to level up, do not text that number on the screen. It's not for you. I work with eagles, not chickens. Queen out. You all have a great Saturday. But just know we are in the greatest wealth financial transfer. Proverbs 10:22 says the blessing of the Lord makes you rich and add no sorrow. Deuteronomy 28 says, I have given you the power to get wealth. The question is, are you going to act on that power? Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Queen out.